We all love spice containers to store our herbs and spices, but are they really the best way to preserve the integrity and freshness of your spices? Hi, I'm Liz from The Spice People, and I'm just going to show you a few tips and tricks on how you can get the best life out of the herbs and spices that you buy. But the first thing you need to understand is what are the factors that affect the lifespan of a good herb and spice. So we all know that the essential volatile oils that are retained within the spice cell structure is where all the flavour comes from. So when you actually release those volatile oils, that's the flavour. So this can be done in a number of ways. We can activate it by grinding the spices in a mortar and pestle and breaking the cell structure, or we can heat them on the stove in our cooking. So what are the other elements that can affect the freshness? Exposure to heat, exposure to bright lights, exposure to dampness, and exposure to excessive air. So if you have a spice container, as the spices are used in the container, you're keeping a large proportion of air, and that's going to react with your spices, and as the spices go down in your jar, they're going to release more and more volatile oils, and by the time you finish your jar, they're going to be tasteless. So what's the answer, you might say? Well, here at The Spice People, we've developed a high barrier exchange packaging, now complete with a Ziploc. And what this means is that you can't actually smell the spices through the packet. If you go into a store and you can smell the spices through the packet, I wouldn't buy them because they're not going to last very long, because most of the volatile oils are on the outside of the packet, not inside. So what you do is with our Ziploc packets is when you open the spices, you should have that wonderful smell and aroma of the volatile oils. And when you use your spices, got them there, then you can see how fresh and aromatic they are. And then when you're finished, all you do is squeeze the air out of the zip and seal the Ziploc and store it out of the light in your pantry. Just in something like this, which fits in easily. So here's our little tip for storage of spice. If you'd like to know more about herbs and spices, hop on over to our website, thespicepeople.com.au.